Hello! Today's got another review video for you about a makeup product. This time it's about the Garnier BB Cream Miracle Skin Perfector, which I'm wearing on my face right now. So yeah, basically it's sort of more expensive than the usual BB cream that I buy, because I usually buy BB creams from things like Kruidvat, a Dutch drugstore, and Essence, very cheap. And this one is usually like about 11 to 12 euros. I can't quite remember. I think it was 11 euros and a few cents, but yeah. Let's just keep it at somewhere between 11 and 12 euros. But I bought this specific bottle at Big Bazaar, which is a budget store here in the Netherlands, where they had a bunch of it for 6 euros per bottle. So yeah, I bought one. It comes in this box, which is probably more easily recognizable. I was actually surprised that the bottle is actually a bit darker than it looks on the carton, but yeah. Point is, I bought it in the palest color, which is light Clair. And yeah, as you can see, it suits me perfectly with fake tan. There's one thing about what I don't like, well, it's not that I dislike it about BB creams, but it's pretty difficult to find a good color range in BB creams. I mean, this is the light version, they also have a dark version. But I think if you're either really pale or really dark, that, you know, BB creams will probably be very difficult to find. Because as I said, this is a light version and it's not very dark or anything, but you know, it's still too dark for very pale skin. Like now I'm fake tanned. I don't know if you can see with the bright light, but I'm fake tanned right now. Otherwise I'd be the shade of a average ghost. And this would be way too dark for me, but when I'm fake tanned it does work perfectly. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. Do try if the color actually suits you. But yeah, as usual, I use it like, well, I use this actually a lot more than I usually use something when I'm just trying to review it. Because there were a lot of other things I still wanted to review and I really like the product, so I basically used it. Well, not every day, but like every few days at least. So I figured I might as well do the review before the bottle goes empty, although it doesn't go empty very quickly. I mean, it's still full to here, so that's good. But yeah, point is, I of course tried it out multiple days, and I also filmed me myself applying it this morning, so I'll just insert that clip later on in this video. But about the packaging first, it contains 50 milliliters, which is about, I guess, the average, you know, amount for a product like this. And it just comes with a regular, you know, opening and all. And yeah, just, you know, nice, hygienic. I like it. Don't have anything to complain about it. Yeah, that was basically all I had to say about the products, like the bottle. Two other facts are, it's mainly for sensitive skin. It says so on the bottle. Personally, I don't have sensitive skin. I have oily skin, but you know, I really wanted the BB cream that really moisturizes my skin for winter, because as I said, I usually buy Essence BB cream or CC cream, whichever one. And it works really well, but I don't really feel like it does all that much in terms of taking care of my skin. I mean, it looks nice, but you know, yeah, I just wanted something for winter that really does care for my skin, because, you know, in winter when I walk outside in the rain and cold and, you know, winter, you know, then it's just nice to have something on your face that's really moisturizing and really protects the skin, which this one does. So yeah. Also it has SPF 25. So that's also nice in summer, I guess. Well, that's probably definitely nice in summer, but also in winter it's pretty useful to use a moisturizer. That too, but SPF, because it prevents your skin from aging too quickly. Which is of course something none of us wants, to have our skin age too quickly, I guess. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about the packaging. So let's move on to the actual testing of the product. The first thing I noticed, although I noticed it too late, the first time I tried it, is that you don't actually need a lot of it. It's really thick, which, well, might be just me, but I always feel like if a face product is thick, then it's more moisturizing than if it's not. Again, I don't know if that's like scientifically proven or anything, it's just how I feel about it. But yeah, point is, I sort of assumed, seeing how thick it was, yeah, I sort of assumed I need a lot of it, and I was wrong. So the first time I applied way too much, which is a waste. So, you know, from that point onwards I use less. Still, I also have the tendency to like squeeze out too much because it's so thick. But once it's on the skin, it's just really easy to spread. So you don't actually need a lot. I mean, like I said, I've been using it for weeks now and it's only gone until here. So like this part is empty, this is all still there. So obviously it's not as if you need quite a lot to fill up your entire face. Which is good, because you know, the less you need, the longer the product will last. Yeah, the finish is natural. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I have these two red spots here that don't quite disappear completely. You know, but it does blur. Like, I think that's actually the idea of it. Like, it says so on the bottle. It's supposed to, or the box, I mean. It's supposed to have a skin blurring effect. So, you know, it is a BB cream. It's not a foundation. It's not supposed to give complete full coverage. It's just supposed to look nice. I mean, and it doesn't look nice. It just gives the like feeling of skin, and it looks like skin, but better. So it doesn't go completely matte or anything. That's another thing, by the way, I was very surprised about. It has a very natural finish, so it's not matte, but it's not excessively glowy either. It's just, you know, like skin naturally looks, but better, I guess. But yeah, you know, blurred, sort of. It looks like Photoshop. Point is, yeah, it's usually things that are sort of natural skin texture, like sort of go oily on my skin, because again, I have oily skin, so anything that has sort of a shine to it will go oily on me, usually. This one doesn't, so I'm very happy about that. I mean, it does, of course, after like a whole day, but you know, like I'm wearing it for a few hours now, and I've only applied a little bit more powder to my nose before I started filming. Yeah, and it looks still looks very, very nice. It still feels soft. It doesn't feel oily. It feels nice. I mean, I did powder it this morning when I applied it, of course, with Catrice loose powder. But yeah, it doesn't go shiny on me very quickly, which is another thing I very much like about it. And yeah, it does feel nourishing. That's another thing. It feels nourishing, like it's usually when wearing foundation the entire day. My skin just, like when I rinse it off, it just feels like I really need to apply moisturizer, because, you know, I can feel something has been on my skin the entire day. When I wash this off, it just feels like I've washed off a moisturizer. It's just very nice. It's just, you know, my skin doesn't feel dry at all. I mean, my skin usually doesn't, but you get what I mean. I can just tell it feels very moisturizing. So that's good. I mean, it is for sensitive skin, so I do sort of expect it to be, you know, very caring for the skin. Yeah, it's not very rub proof. That's like the only downside I can tell about it. I don't know if you can see, but I wiped my nose earlier, and you know, you can sort of see it. It's not very obvious or anything, but you know, it's not completely like smudge proof or something or anything. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, and what else do I have to say about it? Alright, makeup. Makeup also applies very nicely on top of it. As I said, I powdered it, then I applied a bronzer. Well, you know, I used it as a shaper basically, as usual. And a blush, and it just goes on smoothly. It, you know, just works as it's supposed to. It's blend nicely. Just, yeah, just a nice product, yeah. So basically, yeah, the end result is my skin looking normal, natural-ish, but better. Which is basically the skin blurring effect they're probably talking about. So yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's basically the conclusion of this review as usual. I like it. By the way, for those who wonder why exactly I like every product I review, that's mainly because I only review products I like. So, you know, yeah, one life lesson. If I review a product, you don't even need to watch the review. You're just gonna know that I like it, because otherwise I wouldn't be reviewing it. Personally, I don't like reviewing items that I don't actually like, because it just feels like a waste of both my time and your time, because I have to film a video about something I don't particularly like, and you might end up watching a video about something I don't particularly like. So, you know, personally I always like to hear what I should buy, you know, what works well, rather than what I shouldn't buy, because, you know, if I know one mascara, for example, sucks, there's still hundreds of others that I don't know about whether or not they're good or not, yeah. Whereas if I watch a review on mascara that's actually good, then I actually know which mascara is good, which is a lot more useful shopping, I think. So yeah, that's basically why I always review products I like, and yeah, this is another one of those examples. I really like it. Obviously, I mean, I've been using it quite a lot lately, and yeah. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this product. Also, well, like I said, I usually am very much a cheapskate, and I usually want to buy the cheapest version possible of anything. But I do actually think that once this bottle goes empty, I'll actually purchase a new one for like the original price, rather than the budget store price that I paid for it now. It's that good, so that does say something. So yeah, that was my entire review of the Garnier BB Cream Miracle Skin Perfector. If you have any other questions about this product, then you can always ask them and I'll see if I can come up with a useful answer for you. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! Hello! Today I've got another review video for you. This time it's again about a Freeman Feeling Beautiful face mask. This is the Cucumber Peel Off Mask.